Hey everyone, this is going to be episode 2 of Ithaca Realty. Um, this week, I sat down with Kelly Skeval, who is someone I work with at Howard Hanna. Her and I have known each other since I got into real estate. She's always been someone that I kind of admired, not only in the real estate world, in terms of just like being a real estate agent, but she is a really successful investor in the Ithaca area. She's got beautiful family. She is extremely fit and she cares about fitness, and she's got a really successful real estate team. So she's got a lot of juggling stuff, and her and I have always been close. Her and I have always had great uh, communication throughout the years. So I wanted to have her on just to talk about investing and real estate investing in our area. This is never really going to be a real estate podcast. I don't want to talk about real estate questions. There's probably 10,000 podcasts out there, but I want this to still be real estate based, but fun and exciting. So I thought Kelly would be a perfect person to have on. And we had fun talking about things from investing to food. She's a really great and fun person. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I'm already starting to work on episode 3, which is going to be very exciting. It'll probably be a solo episode where I really talk about the goals and my thoughts about this podcast and why I'm doing it. And so keep an eye out for that next week. But episode 2, Kelly Skeval, starts right now. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is so weird, but so hi, Kelly.
Hi, Vinny.
We have Kelly here today because I wanted to chat. You and I go way back, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
we do.
I feel like I remember you when I first started real estate.
We
like
did
you were
the you teach it now. What's that course?
Buffini.
The Buffini. We did Buffini together, but it's even predates that.
Together. Interesting. Yeah. So I wanted to have you on because we go back.
Yay.
We've been like, oh God, we like kind of ran it. It was your team, but like I was helping, and then we've had a whole history.
We do. Yeah, we do.
But I wanted to have you on so we could talk about real estate, and I always envy like 2 big things about you, and that's your dedication to fitness, even though you have like 10,000 things going on, and then how you got into investment properties, something that I don't know how to do, like save money and invest it. So I'd love to talk to you about that, and I feel like it's corny, but people say, your way to true wealth is like investing in real estate.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've found that path, and I feel like myself and others are trying to find that path.
Yes.
So you can like teach us some shit.
I love real estate. So yeah, I thank you for having me on. It's such an honor to be your second guest on on Ithaca Realty. So I feel super honored.
Oh.
And I don't take compliments well, but thank you.
I don't either. When people compliment me, I'm like, don't talk to me.
Please stop that. Please stop. I do love real estate. So that is actually, I was a real estate investor before. So I'm trying to think. We bought our first property in 2009. So what is that? 16? No. 17?
17 years ago?
17 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that was before you got your real estate license.
Yeah, I've had my real estate license for 10 years. So I was an investor for 7 years before. Wow. And literally what you just said. So I came from very humble background. I grew up on a farm. My dad was a construction worker. My mom was a receptionist at the local college. And we literally lived off of the vegetables that were grown in our garden, my mom, during the summer, and then she'd can them, and then the cows and turkeys that we raised on a farm. Like, we were poor. Wow. But I loved my childhood. Like, it was great. We had a lot of fun. My sister and I grew up running around on 165 acres.
I feel like that sounds like you'd be a very close family. Like, like you're just doing everything
just
together.
Had each other. Yeah. There was no money to go do anything, so we just were on the farm. So fast forward to, I moved up here with my first job. I was previously a veterinary technician at Cornell. And somebody said something at some point that was like the biggest wealth creator for people, the biggest vehicle, most used vehicle to create wealth is real estate. Mm-hmm. And so that like piqued like my brain, because I was like, I want to be wealthy.
I want money.
I want money. And so then I started, that it was back in the day before there was really internet. So I'd go to Barnes and Nobles and get the books and just sit there and read them and then put them back.
Before you could like type into ChatGPT, like, how do I become an investor?
Yeah. So I was 22, I think, at the time. And I just kept reading and saving. Yeah. So I think I dragged my poor real estate agent around for 2.5 years into like, and I could only afford like really rundown properties. So it was properties that she would open the front door and be like, go ahead. She wouldn't even go in them.
Oh, does she still practice real estate?
No, but she was influential in getting me started. So she was at Howard Hanna. Joan Pike is her name. She's great. She's still here in Ithaca. She's a great lady. So yeah, we finally
2.5 years. If someone,
oh my, it was. That's why. So clients will come to me and they'll be like, "Well, what if we don't find something right away?" And I'm like, "Let me tell you something. I dragged my agent around for 2.5 years, and I took her in like scary houses, no electricity, like falling down. But it was all I could. It's all I was pre-approved for. Yeah. So we did finally find our first property was a split level. Mm-hmm. Have I told you the story?
I don't think so.
It was so it's a split level, and we walked in, split level for your viewers is where you walk in and you can either go upstairs or downstairs. And the downstairs had its own separate entrance and bedrooms with egress. And like 10 or 15 years prior, there was an older woman who owned it. The previous owner had the downstairs had a kitchen in the downstairs, but they'd ripped it out. So we left, and I said to Matt, my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, that I was like, I think we could just put a wall up at the bottom of the stairs and make this a 2-unit, and they would pay our entire mortgage, and we could live essentially like housing costs free.
Oh, so you lived upstairs, and they were
yeah. So that's what we did. We bought it. $2,000 is all it took to put a wall up and a kitchen in the downstairs.
And you were able to collect?
Yeah, it paid. The first year, we put tenants in right away. They were a really nice couple who ended up being my clients later on in life. But immediately from the jump, it paid our entire mortgage, taxes, and utilities. Wow. And then we just saved again. We actually bought the house next door, which happened to be a 2-unit.
Whereabouts is like Trumansburg?
South Hill.
Okay.
Yeah. And that came with a separate lot that had a previous grandfathering that they would allow that owner to subdivide that lot. And that was something that wasn't allowed at the time anymore, but because it was something that had already been done, but not officially, like the survey had been done, the approval had happened, but he didn't officially do it. We capitalized on that and had the lot subdivided, and then we built. By that time, we had 2 kids, and I was pregnant with a third.
Oh my gosh! You're doing this all while pregnant?
Yeah, having babies.
Oh my gosh!
And so then we built a duplex on that third lot. So we have 3 duplexes in a row. We still own those properties, and it was a bigger duplex, but it was still an up and down, similar like layout. We moved in there for a couple of years, and then decided that we shouldn't be a family of 5 above tenants anymore.
Yeah, that probably gets a little tight.
Yeah, it was tight.
Your downstairs neighbors with little kids just running around.
Yeah, I'm sure it was super loud, hearing like little babies just running all around.
Oh.
But that's like a real quick how we got our start, and then we built from there.
And how long were you in the first split level?
That's a good question.
Like, how long did it take you to really? Because, like, I think of
only 4 years.
So that's not that long. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, think of if someone, like, if I didn't have to, pay rent or pay a mortgage, and I didn't have taxes or all of these things. Like, you had an extra, what, $1,200 a month to just save. It was like
$1,300. Yep. Yeah, and we were super frugal. Like, our friends at the time, we were in our early 20s. All of our friends were going out they would go out to dinner and then they would go to the movies. Like that was the thing that you did. We would say no every time.
Okay, so I need to learn where that comes from, because you know me and you've seen my stories for quite some time on social media. I don't know how to do that, like be frugal and save.
I
Like,
don't think I could go back and do it. I don't think I can reverse where I've now. I'm a food. We talk about food.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie. I
but it
love
really
that
took
stuff.
that discipline.
It was a serious discipline.
And you and Matt were on the same page.
We
of
were,
like just disciplined.
Yeah.
Save.
Yep. Totally the same page.
So it paid off.
It did. It was like 10 years of constant discipline. Every time we had a little bit of money saved, we went and bought another property. Like we reinvested it. We never got a nice, we had a van and he had like a little old car. And that's what, for years, he used my van as a truck. He would haul out all 3 car seats, put the seats down, go do a Home Depot run. Like we were frugal beyond belief.
Made it work.
A solid probably 10 years.
But your like childhood and early years probably made that not so,
I think so.
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, like you knew how to make things stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I didn't know any different other than constant frugality, like you said, making things, stretching the dollar.
And I don't have kids, and like I don't do kids. But like I'm just curious. I shouldn't say things like that because I do like some children.
It's fine.
But I think that your kids
You're like,
yours are fine.
You have to say that.
But like, is that something you try to like pass down to them, of like being frugal and saving?
Yeah, right. So that's a conversation we have a lot, Matt and I, because it's like he also had a humble childhood. So and we have worked hard so that our kids never have to, like it wasn't uncommon for my mom to run out of gas, and because money was gone for the week. So I never wanted my kids like to ever experience that. And so now we've kind of flipped to the other end of the spectrum where like they don't know what it's like to have to go without. And how do you instill grit and frugality or even just common sense with your money when they're not experiencing it and living it? So it's like a constant conversation, especially when they were younger. But we're very open about money and finances in our house. Like when our kids, they don't get an allowance or anything like that.
Good, they shouldn't.
No, they don't get stuff. If they want, like Matthew a couple years ago really wanted a dirt bike, and our friend's son was selling his dirt bike, and so we were like, okay, you have to earn the money, and it was $400, and we made him earn the entire $400. But what he was doing is he started a can return business. So he would take, I think he must have been like 6 or 7. He would go and collect cans from people, return the cans, and then he would give them 50%. So he kept the other 50%, and he just kept doing it. I think it took him like 18 months but people were super generous. Like he was getting lots of cans. But so it's like little things like that where we've tried to just, when there is a lesson that we can teach about financing and money and spreadsheets and
I think being open about money at a young age is smart. Like if I ever had kids, I would do that too. Like it's not like money is not going to be a part of their adult life. So like there's like Kira Crosby, her son Crosby.
Yes,
Crosby, if you're listening, we love you.
He's not the cutest kid in the whole
Kira once told me that they've always spoken to him like an adult.
Yeah.
Like, treat him like he is so well spoken.
He is
adorable. And I feel like same concept with money. Like don't hide it from a kid, and don't try to like make it something it's not. Just like tell them about it, and they'll be well prepared.
I don't know if it was like this when you were growing up, but when we were growing up, it was very much like kind of taboo to talk about how much money you made or like to really go over that. And they're not teaching it in school. So financial literacy was something, at least for my generation, where we had to learn it or you didn't. Like, it was something I taught myself in my early 20s.
We never talked about money growing up. The thing I remember most about money as a kid is like at Christmas time, I would take all the money from like my grandparents and relatives, and I would immediately go spend it. So that's probably where like deep childhood Vinny to adult is, coming out. But I don't know. My parents made me save up the $3,700 it cost to buy my first car.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
At 15. Like, I feel like I had a decent start starting relationship with money, but then it all just went to crap when I started real estate. But Kyle Steele and people like you have always suggested and told everyone of just like investing in real estate, and I see it work. It's just harder than. Well, it's actually probably not harder than it is, but I just have to stop spending money.
I told you, I don't think I could reverse that. Your first property, if you really want to get into investing, it has to be a duplex or some kind of multi-unit.
And you're living in one of them?
Yeah. It just makes it so much easier to keep either building on that, or maybe sometimes you find out that it's not really the niche you want to get into. Like I've had clients who will have a single family, they buy a duplex, and they're like, landlord needs not for me. That's fine. In a couple of years they sell it, they make a profit. Like it's still been a vehicle for creating some wealth. Yeah.
And in our area, things usually appreciate. So if you hold on to something for a few years, you should be okay.
And I've seen that success with every client I've had that's like, it wasn't for me. They still made money.
And so you started out with those 3 duplexes. I think I know the answer to this, but do you have single family homes too?
I do. Yeah. But not a lot. So we have for the first
numbers.
time ever, we've sold a couple of things. So
wow.
Yeah. So we got up to 24 units. I think we're down to 21, and we have one of our single families we're actually selling.
So you have like 21 units of, and do you manage them all yourself?
I do. I self-manage them, but I have an assistant.
Got it.
Yeah, who helps with a lot of it.
And are they all, I assume, within like Tompkins County?
Yes. Yep. All of them are now. We had that one, we called it the Lake House, that that was a BRRRR by rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. It's like an investing strategy to make money.
Right. And and I am a real estate agent, but I don't know, all things. So like when you bought that first duplex, you accumulated equity, and you took that equity and you took that $30,000 of equity and you put it towards another house.
Yep.
And essentially that brought back that first house back to like you own not much of it. You lost all that equity, but you were able to buy something else.
Yes. Yep. Okay. That's exactly what we did. So the very first house we bought, I emptied out what little bit I had in like a retirement fund up at Cornell. I can't remember what it was. Matt had a tiny bit of savings, but back then 17 years ago or 16 years ago, we were buying it was a $155,000 property.
Right.
So the money that we needed down was a lot less. We used an FHA loan, so we only had to put 3.5% down. We shout out to Jen Rich. She helped me. She was my loan originator for our first ever property. So we also had 6% seller concession. So we really didn't have to bring a lot of cash to
took advantage of all the things available.
Thank goodness for a good real estate agent too, who knew how to direct me in that direction. Yeah. The next house we bought on a seller note. So the seller held the mortgage at 3.5%. It was like 2% at the time. It was like still 2% under, like
what you would get at
residential rates. Yeah, at the bank. And that I think we only had to put like 10% down. Like he didn't require a lot. So we had saved again for that. Yeah. And then when we built the third one, that was when we pulled the equity from the first one.
Got it.
And since then, that's how we've acquired our larger multi-units. We've pulled equity out of one property to fund the down payment for the next one.
Got it. And do you? Okay, hang on. I'm still like process. You were talking that whole time, and I was listening, but I'm still trying to think of 21. You got to think about 21 people, or like more than 20. You got to think about 21 homes.
Yes.
And like their water heaters and their toilets and their sinks and
We're constantly replacing hot water heaters and furnaces and refrigerators.
You know what?
Those are the 3 things that I'm constantly replacing every year.
Do you think it's something? Are a majority of your properties connected to municipal water?
No, almost all of them are on private well and private septic,
because
which is a whole other host of.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, because then that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm convinced that something is wrong with both the city and town's water, where it's like making hot water tanks go a lot quicker than they should.
Interesting. I'm going to start paying attention to that. I could get behind that.
Well, my cousin is a maintenance person down at it's either the Ithacan, one of those new high rises in downtown Ithaca.
Yeah.
2 years old. And they're replacing a ton of their hot water tanks because they have just tons of residue and sediment on the bottom. And he's like, this should not be happening year 2.
No, not in year 2.
In a brand new construction. So.
And on municipal water, where's the sediment coming from? Interesting.
And they just keep building. So like I am convinced that Ithaca is going to see some not so good things when it comes to water in the next few years. I think we're just.
That's interesting.
I don't know. But anyway, back to like properties. So if you're managing and doing all of these things, like when something goes wrong, you and Matt are the ones going out to, or like you call a plumber or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have an amazing team. Our HVAC guy is awesome. Mm-hmm. Plumbers, we have a good couple of plumbers. Yeah.
Wow. And so you're doing all of that investment stuff. Oh wait, one more thing about investing. Do you have any plans to like buy more stuff? You're selling a few things, but do you want to buy more?
Is
it like an addiction where you just want to keep buying stuff?
So I have said for like the last 2 or 3 years I'm not getting anything, and I'm literally not actively looking. But once you're kind of in it and people know, and a part of it is just being a real estate agent and getting in these houses, they keep falling on my lap, and it's like I don't want anything. Then you look at the numbers and you're like, I can't say no.
And you're looking in the MLS every single day at the things that are coming up, and you're like, wow, like that could be.
Yeah, and sometimes they are on the MLS. I want to say the last 3 have not been though.
Wow.
But yeah, so we just put one online that we bought last year, and so I have told myself and Matt that we're not buying anything this year. But we'll see. Yeah.
Hey, if something comes up, you may have to.
Yeah, and the one we're selling, I actually had no plans to sell. I said absolutely not, and a real estate agent knew I was looking for tenants in this one, and had somebody who was interested, brought an offer. I literally could not refuse. So
that reminds and shows just everything is word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like how you find properties, it's people you know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. But, and this agent worked hard, right? So like those are the agents you want working for you. Mm-hmm. He worked hard, couldn't find something on market for his client, and like knew just through his network. And then he was like, I'll do what I have to do.
That's a good agent.
And he did it.
It
worked. I was like, no way. And then I was like,
okay. I guess. So you're doing all of that investing while also running a team, a real estate team.
Yeah.
How many team members do you have?
I think we have 11 now. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You had more at one point, right?
I think we were up to 13 plus me. Yeah. But not all of them were full time, and still not all of them are full time. But there are a handful that are full time and crushing it.
Yeah. And so, shout out to Reba.
Yes, Reba, your girl. She's crushing it.
So how did that all start? Did you want, so when you got into real estate, did you ever think of having a team?
No.
Did you ever think you would want a team?
No.
Wow.
I wanted to get into real estate to replace my part-time vet tech salary I was making, because at the time when I got into real estate, I had 2 and I was pregnant with my 3rd. And it was literally, I wanted to make $8,000 a year. That was going to replace what I made as a part-time vet tech. It was going to pay for my groceries.
Wow. Look at you now.
I know. And then I sold a couple houses, and it was coming pretty easy. I think because I already kind of had a sphere. I had been investing in real estate for 7 years, so people, I think, had like a little trust in my knowledge in the industry.
Things about houses, numbers.
I was confident in, walking through a house, stuff like that. And so out of the gate, it kind of, I got a taste of, what it really pretty quickly, and was like, what, like this?
Yeah, yeah. And I always joke that the real estate course, like we take a real estate course to become real estate agents.
Yeah.
I don't know how many hours it is, 75. But it teaches, I'd like to say it teaches you what not to do and like what not to do to get in trouble.
How not to get in trouble,
But you kind of went into it knowing a little bit about the logistics of like real estate deals and things like that. I'll probably eventually do an episode. I actually wanted to do a podcast episode with someone that wanted to get their real estate agent and kind of like have a conversation with them about what it really is and hear their expectations and give my expectations of what a realtor needs to be.
Q&A, Q&A of like,
but
what to really expect.
But I feel like the underlying thing that I notice that makes a successful real estate agent is you either have to care about homes, whether that be the design of them, the mechanical features of them, or you have to like and enjoy the number part. Like you have to like something about real estate. You know, some people are like, oh, I want to become a real estate agent because I hear they make a lot of money and it's relatively easy. But like you have to like relatively like something about houses.
I agree
Otherwise,
with you.
You're going to be miserable.
Yeah, I agree. I loved the numbers.
And I liked the design part of it.
That is, I think, I've never thought about that, but I think you're spot on. I've never even thought about that, but I think you're spot on. Every agent I know that's successful either loves the design, which I'm not good at design. Matt does all our decorating and everything.
Matt is like probably the most straight person I know, but he's the one decorating. And your house looks so good from what I see online.
My friends will come in and they'll be like, where'd you get these curtains? And I'm like, ask Matt. I have no idea.
Funny.
But I love the numbers. I especially love investment, like multi-units, like helping people grow their wealth and
and that's the part that still intimidates me. You know, when people ask me specific, like I'm more of like a single family owner occupied realtor. You know, I don't work with too many investors. But when people start asking me number specific things, I usually say, well, go to your lender or your financial advisor. I know everything about design and I know everything about like Ithaca market and numbers, but like someone else's numbers and what you want to do in terms of investment. I'm like, well, I don't know. So I refer investors to you.
You've got a team of people behind you that can help you with that too.
That's the benefit of being on a team.
You can walk into these buildings and into properties and look at them from an architectural standpoint too, because you've got that background. So you can walk in and be like, this wall can be removed, or this, that is really helpful, especially I would imagine even more so when we were in the like a tough buyer's market, when it was like a seller's market and you're like, no, you don't love this house. Here's some things you can do with it.
It was, I think we all had clients that purchased homes that they weren't fully in love with them, but there were 2 other homes similar to it on the market, and you had to make a choice that week of which one you were going to buy. So I was always going into homes saying like, well, it's hard to look past this bright yellow, paint and this wall that's blocking your kitchen, but with a few $1,000s and X, Y, and Z, just do this. I think that's what helped me a little bit in the beginning.
Oh my gosh, brings you so much value.
And I joke that I haven't purchased a home myself yet, so if you have mortgage questions, call Jen. I know the basics and I know how to get a client from A to B. But I think you've got to really do it to know it.
I imagine you've walked enough. Well, I know that you've walked enough clients through it at this point that
I mean, like, I know how to do it.
Yes, exactly.
But, I don't know the phone calls Jen is calling a client and saying things like that. But I know everything I need to know about a mortgage.
For sure,
I've done that plenty. So you didn't want to start a team. No. Well, you didn't envision yourself.
Never thought. Even within the year before I had a team, didn't think it was something that I wanted to take on. Didn't think I had the time to do it, and didn't know if I wanted to commit myself to something like that.
Yeah, but you did, and
I did.
It's a successful team, so you're doing a good job.
It's been fun. It's held me more accountable as an agent and a person, right? I have people who depend on me to mentor them. They are looking to me to help them be successful and jumpstart quicker. That's my big thing about teams. I think when you join a team, you're probably going to meet whatever potential you're going to meet anyways, no matter how long, But when you join a team, I think it gives you a jump start to really hitting that potential quicker.
Yeah. I think, teams, I think especially starting out in real estate, you need to either be very close with like one-on-one mentor.
Yeah.
It would help if they're uh, maybe towards the later half of their career and they're just not as motivated to do 20 million a year
Yeah.
anymore, and they have some
Yeah.
business to give a newer agent, or you've got to join a team.
Yeah.
And that I think is the best. I mean, I had my mentor Beth Brennan when I started, and she's the best. And then I joined Mary's team, and I was on your team. Like being connected with others is essential. And I did have a period where I was on my own for a little bit, and I joined another team. And during that period where I was alone, there were things that were nice about it, but the entire time I missed that kind of sense of like team meetings.
Yeah.
You know, like just going in and seeing other people and talking about the deals that, you know, came up with issues or went really well. We can learn from each other.
So much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, do you see the team growing to be more? Do you just like your 11 keeps you busy, I'm sure.
They do. And I think we've got a great vibe on the team right now.
Which is like so important.
It's so important. And you know this. So important. So I don't no, I think that I don't have any intentions of growing the team any bigger. I have no intentions of bringing anyone on this year. You would really have to come in and like blow me away with an interview. I really want to pour into the agents that I have and really just help them. You know.
Yeah, you've got some of like my favorite agents in the office on your team. So, and they all host the best open houses, I will say.
They're I love them all.
Yeah. And so, what do you see for 2026 in terms of, I mean, investment? You say you don't want to buy anything, but like we'll see. The team. The other thing that always mesmerizes. So okay, just like a reminder, people. She's got 21 doors and homes to like keep track of. You have 3 kids. Husband.
Yes.
The team of 11 people. And then you still look like you're in your 20s.
The compliment thing.
Yeah, I know. I hate compliments too. But like you do a lot. And one of the things that I personally want to try to get back into, like second half of 2024, I was super into fitness.
I
was
remember
in the
that.
gym every day.
Yes.
My Brazilian friend Mateos was here. We were in the gym every day. I still talk to him.
You were lifting. We were connecting on that. Yeah.
I was doing all the things. And then kind of like, and I tell Isaiah, I'm like, it's not your fault, but like I got into a relationship and I just got comfortable.
Well, and there's that.
And he's like, yeah, there's a lot of food involved in our relationship. So it's so this year I really want to get back into that habit of going to the gym, lifting, just even if it's not 6-7 days a week like I was doing a year ago, just when I can. And one of the things, I think you started a like separate Instagram page, and I followed it and I was starting to watch things. And the thing that caught my attention was like, you will go downstairs when you have like 5 minutes and do a set of something.
I'll rep out a set. So I love fitness. I played sports in high school. I went to a junior college, played sports on their team, and I've always been into fitness. I think I reflect now, so I'm 42 now, and I reflect back and I'm like, I think maybe I'm high energy. I never thought I would never in my like 40 years ever been like I'm high energy, but now I'm like, I think maybe I am a little high energy. And it's mostly I recognize that because I have high energy kids, and I'm like, where'd you guys get this? 2 high energy parents. So I've always just loved fitness. And I was into CrossFit for years, loved that. And that was I loved the intensity of that.
Yeah, that's so hard.
I like going. I like going to those dark places and just like getting the crap beat out of me, like from working out. And then I'm like,
and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I can take on the day. The like mental and emotional reprieve I get from exercise, like all this stuff. Like if you've worked out consistently for any time, like exactly.
I'm in a better mood and I have more energy when I work out.
It's you're poised to handle the day, like and all the stresses.
And like just basic, like it wakes me up. If I work out in the morning, I'm just physically more awake and I can start my day.
I agree with you.
But you do like all the things. Like you work out, you do, you eat healthy.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you do all like the shakes and the powders and the things?
Yeah, I have lots of supplements.
And,
Yeah.
Okay. So like so I have my routine. I have a pre-workout.
Okay.
But I can't do the caffeine. So I have a caffeine-free pre-workout because the caffeine. My family, a lot of them have AFib. I don't have AFib, but like,
does it make your heart like?
It makes my heart kind of like.
So, I don't do pre-workout, just so you know.
So some people say it's not even.
I've heard that too.
But so I do a caffeine-free pre-workout, and I add an extra scoop of creatine in, like 5 grams or whatever. Yep. And then like an hour after I do a Peloton ride, I'll drink a protein shake. But that's really the only supplement. Oh, I do collagen.
Oh, yep.
Sometimes in my protein shake. But that's really, and I like fiber gummies. But like, what other, is there other things that I need to be doing? What other supplements do I need?
I think
make me skinny.
I love, this is like my passion. Like, this is my hobby. You know what I mean? Like, I think real estate for a long time was my hobby, and then it became my career. And now I'm like, let's not talk real estate, but let's talk fit, health, and wellness. So this is kind of like health and wellness, exercise, fitness, eating healthy. Like that's where like, that's kind of like my reprieve from everything nowadays. So I love talking about this stuff. Yeah. I don't think you need to add any. I mean, like let me think here. So in the morning I have Vital Proteins. That's the collagen. Yeah, that's the little blue bottle. Yes, yeah. Cody Rigsby from Peloton told me to get it. Loves it. And yeah, you love him, right? But that, I tell people, I'm like, if you can't, like, if you're on a budget, there's not enough research out there that really suggests that that's a must-have. But creatine, there's so much research out there now, especially for women, and even more so for women perimenopause and menopause, that like it helps with your brain function for everyone, men, women, everyone. So it's and
creatine is something that we naturally create, and we're just adding a little bit more of
that's
it, right?
My understanding.
That's what I think.
Yeah. So like you said, like 5 milligrams like a day, even when you're not working out, is so good. It helps with that brain fog. Like it really, it's super helpful, and it helps get water into the muscles and just like help. That's where the like people who are looking to build muscle, like that's what it's helping move energy into your muscles too. Yeah. So I love creatine. I take I have a couple. I'm like an old lady now, so I have to take like other stuff.
You have like your
like my omega-3s. I'm trying to think of everything. I take some CoQ10, vitamin D.
I take vitamin D.
The vitamin K with it. Yes, everyone up here up north should be taking the vitamin D. Zinc. I take zinc, and there's a couple other that I throw in there that I'm not remembering right now. But I also take essential amino acids. I'm trying to remember. I'll have to send it to you. Yeah. I can't remember. Kion is the name of the company that I get my essential amino acids from. But I take those during my workout, intra-workout. And I'm going to butcher it now, but basically it's like it's 11 of the essential. So there's branch chain amino acids, but this is 11 of the essential amino acids that again help take energy, like help get energy into your muscles to help build the muscles for working out.
And that's what you want, when you're working out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. I think there's probably more stuff, but and then obviously protein. Right. But I try to get the majority of my protein from whole foods. Yeah, because I also I have a high metabolism. Like I'm generally right. So I'm generally like can burn through food anyway. So I can get very hungry when I'm working out, getting 10,000 steps a day. Like it's very. So I actually can eat all my protein. I have a half a scoop in the morning with my first breakfast, and then a half a scoop with like my protein pudding at night. Yeah, I
try to get my protein from like meat,
mostly from
normal natural things. Yeah. But some days I'm just like, okay, I need an extra 20-30 grams or whatever. But protein, I feel like people don't understand that that's really important. Even if you're not trying to even if you're trying to just lose weight, not even build muscle, you need to be consuming protein. Yeah. And carbs aren't the enemy. Like healthy
No.
carbs are okay. I've done keto
Yes.
twice,
Oh,
and
yes.
I've lost like I've always, and I didn't think about this till the other day, but I've always kind of been like up and down with my weight.
Yeah.
Like this was 6, 7 years ago. I did keto twice, and I lost like 60 pounds, and then I
Yeah.
gained 80 back so
Yeah.
quick. But I was doing like really bad keto, like
Mm.
cheese, fatty,
Bacon. Yeah.
bacon. But I had almost like zero carbs a day, like no
Oh,
pasta, no nothing, and
yeah.
I didn't wasn't it for me.
I don't think, I mean, I love, so I could forego sugary foods, but I love
Yeah.
fatty foods.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think keto and I would get along pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But as a woman, like, there's also a lot of research behind like actually a balanced diet versus keto.
Yeah.
And I just know like the carbs attach to the protein and get the protein into your muscle too.
Yeah.
So
I just try to do
carbs
healthy
are
carbs.
energy. Yeah, yeah.
Like brown rice and
Yes.
like whole grains and
Quinoa, fruit.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get a lot of my carbs from fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I eat probably like I think I'm around. I don't track super close, but I think I'm like 180 to 200 and some grams of carbs a day. Like it's a decent amount.
Yeah. And for protein, I've
carbs.
heard that. Crap, hang on. You should be eating. What is it? Half your goal weight or something in grams?
I think
or double your.
It should be 1 gram per pound of your ideal weight.
Okay, yeah.
If you're if you're I think if you're in a caloric deficit, so if you're trying to lose some weight.
Right.
For me, I actually do. It's like probably like 1.2 to 1.4 grams of protein per pound. So I eat more. I eat like around 150 grams of protein a day, which is a good amount, but it keeps me full. It helps with satiation too, helps keep you satiated.
Yeah.
Protein.
What the hell does that mean? I was going to pretend like I knew what that meant. And I was like, yeah, satiated. Yeah.
Helps you feel like full, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So you hit your protein first on your plate.
Interesting. Well, didn't someone just like flip the
Yes, they
pyramid
just
or something?
Yeah,
so we're supposed to eat a lot of meats,
fruits, veggies are at the top.
And people are freaking out about it. I don't do politics, but like I feel like that's okay.
Yeah, politics aside, like it looks like it makes sense to me, and it's what people have been preaching for a while now.
Yeah, just seems like more like just like natural foods, like meats,
whole foods.
I read a book. Isaiah gave it to me, and it was a really short book, but it was just like 50 food rules you should follow. And I try really hard now to follow it, but the biggest thing I learned from it was don't eat things you can't pronounce. Like in a label box, like I should not be eating some maltocroxyloxin dextrin. Like I don't know what that is. Like just give me a banana. Like give me a steak. Like I know there's fat in it, and I know red meat isn't the best thing for me, but like it's a piece of meat. But and like it's natural.
I think that I'm hoping that goes to the wayside too. I think there was a lot of misinformation around red meat too for a lot of years, and I think that's kind of going away too.
I mean, in terms of meat, I probably eat like 50% steak, like red meat, and then 50% chicken.
Everything else,
seafood.
I try to stick with the lean meats, which is like shrimp, chicken, turkey, like all that. Man, I grew up on a farm. We butchered our own cows. Like
I'm leaving here after meat. I'm going to Wegmans to get bone-in short ribs to make like fatty short ribs tonight. Like I get it, but I don't know. I rather eat a homemade fatty short rib than like a processed bag of something. I don't know. I'm getting natural fat and collagen from that.
You know what I do a lot, and I think I've posted this on my social media too, especially during the summer when I can get down to the farmers market more. Is I'll go get the bison sticks from Glenwood
I saw
Farm.
You post that once.
And I keep them in the fridge, and they go bad, so you have to eat them. They're not like these like heavily processed like meat
sitting
sticks.
at the checkout aisle.
That have like were packaged like 4 years ago. Like these things will go bad in your fridge, so you have to eat them. But I keep those and bananas on hand, especially in the busy season. And if I have run out of I'm always prepping chicken too. But if I've run out of something or I'm starving, I'm running out to go do a showing, I will literally grab 2 of those bison sticks and a banana, and that hits my macros because I count macros. It hits my carbs and my protein perfectly. And I know it's healthy. It's fueling me.
And that's the only difference, and it's all mental. And my therapist and I talk about that all the time. It's all mental. Everything is mental, and it's all about habits. But instead of grabbing or going to Dunkin' to grab a coffee
Yep.
and
Yeah.
grab a bag of chips on your way out of the house, grab
Yep.
like a banana and something healthy.
Yeah.
Of course, like, you know, something sugary and sweet and something else is chemically made to
Oh
taste
yeah,
better
it
for
hits.
us.
Yeah, and it hits
It
for
hits
a
your
second.
serotonins
Yep.
and
Yeah.
dopamines or whatever it's called. But it's not fulfilling your body.
Yeah. So I'm always like, food is fuel. So I'm trying to, we just talked about how I'm high energy, but like I can't keep that level of energy and get done all the stuff I want to get done in a day if I'm not fueling myself correctly.
Yeah. I see food as like, not like a hobby, but like some people, I should have more of a food as fuel. Like I'm eating this food to survive and like have my body, you know, feel good. I see food as like, how much can I fit? And like
your food though is,
you know,
looks so tasty.
Yeah.
This is so, but I have that too. I'm such a foodie. And I love all of your food posts because I love. You recently went to a restaurant in Syracuse that I was like, we have to go there.
Noble Cellar.
Yes. I saw that and I was like, I put it on my list.
It won tons of awards. Well, like budget it in your monthly budget because it wasn't cheap, but it's incredible. It was such an experience.
I have to go try it.
And it wasn't like Isaiah and I we agreed leaving. We each had our own appetizer, our own entree, and dessert, but we didn't leave crazy full. Like
Stuff,
it was
like that sick stuff.
It was like good natural food, relative portions. Like it was just really, really good.
Yeah, it looked really good.
But in terms of food, like, do you have? I see you post, you know, veggies and meats. Do you get all of that stuff locally, or do you
I try to
things from Wegmans?
I try to get. So I have a CSA.
Do you have a winter CSA?
I do right now through Sweetland. I saw you have yours.
I do. Mine's full plate.
Yes. Yeah. They were like, I think one of the first CSAs around. I remember them being when I first moved here almost 20 years ago.
I love a winter CSA.
Yeah.
Squashes, roast them all.
Yeah, and it's local. So one of the things that I've read a lot lately in the last few years is like, the longer your food has to travel, the longer it's been off the vine, the least the nutrients are just pouring out of it. Yeah. So it's not as nutrient dense. So if you're buying and eating local, like that's been fresh picked, you're getting, if we're talking about food as fuel, you're getting way more nutrition in your body.
And like I say corny way too much, but it is so corny. A potato that I get from the CSA tastes more like a potato and like tastes way better than a bagged potato.
What about carrots? I love Sweetland's carrots. Carrots
like
taste so
carrots.
different.
They're so like they taste like something.
Yeah, they're
like,
sweet. Yeah,
like or like not just bashing like any grocery store.
Yeah,
just it tastes watered down.
They have the carrots have no taste, but you get these CSA carrots.
Plastic things of lettuce, like I call it box of lettuce, like is my worst nightmare.
Yes.
I taste the plastic. I don't want plastic.
Yeah.
I just want to cut my own lettuce.
Yeah.
So you try to get local stuff. So
I
it seems like you have a pretty again, it's not rocket science, but you just have a very structured life.
I do. Yeah.
You know, eat well, work out, invest your money.
Yeah. Love on my family.
Shit, bro. Do you have any fun things planned for 2026 besides real estate, fitness, and investing?
We're going on a family vacation to Universal Studios.
Is it do they have one? Yeah. Is it California or Florida?
Florida, down in Orlando, I think. So we went there for, I was there for a day with the HanaCon last year. Right? HanaCon was in Orlando. Yeah. So they like had a thing for a day there that you could go to. Otherwise, I've never been there. Kids haven't been there, so it's going to be.
Wait, weren't we in Orlando for? Didn't we vacation in Orlando?
We did, right?
Yeah.
It was HanaCon.
It was HanaCon.
Wasn't it
Yeah. That's where we were.
Yeah, we were there together.
Oh gosh, those were. Those were the days.
We had fun. Yeah,
we did.
It was fun. So that's the only time I've been.
Good.
It was like half a day or something. It was an option we could do. So I did that.
Oh my god, I remember I was passing out because I was so tired. I was very
tired.
tired. I was very tired. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, but otherwise, that's it. Just
Are you going to Nashville?
Yes, I'll be in Nashville. I did win that trip. Yeah, so we'll be going to Nashville in April.
I didn't win the trip, but I'm gonna just go.
Yes.
Well, because now at the airport, I can travel.
That's right.
essentially anywhere in the world for under $200.
That's crazy.
So I could get a flight to
Why?
Nashville
Yeah, you better
for
be
probably
there.
$40-$50.
If you're not there, I'll be upset.
Well, I'll try. I have to ask Mary if I'm allowed.
What? Who says you're not allowed?
If I pay.
Yeah. Hey guys.
But well, that's cool. Well, I think we've reached.
So we already hit our hour.
I think we're around an hour,
that's
but
fun.
that was really fun talking with you. Thanks for coming on.
Yes,
thanks for
so
talking
honored.
About investment properties and inspiring me to maybe one day stop spending my money and invest. But you 100% inspire me to get my butt on the Peloton. Even if it's for 20-30 minutes, I can do the other 20-30 minutes later.
Just break it up. There's nothing that says you have to carve out an hour or 2 hours to work out. Like,
that's
you can totally break it up.
For whatever reason, it's like if I'm not in the gym for an hour straight, then it wasn't even worth it.
I don't know where I don't know where that came from. I think we just assume that that's how it's supposed to be, but I've slowly built my gym through the years. So pre-COVID, I didn't have any gym equipment, none. I was like, if I can't go to a gym, I won't work out. Then COVID hit, and it was like, okay, if you want to maintain all this fitness,
you have to.
I better buy some stuff. So I've slowly built my gym. So now I am at a place where I really have a lot of equipment downstairs where I can run down. But I legit will run down in this outfit and bang out a set of something if I have, and then go back upstairs, finish cooking dinner for the kids, whatever.
And you got some cardio going up and down the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Get my steps going up and down. Because I like to get my steps, and I'll do it. I'll take the kids to practice and zip around the school 5 times.
So you're taking, when I think in my head, oh, Vinny, okay, you've got 10 minutes. I'm going to go sit and, catch up on Housewives drama on the blogs. You go and do your
I'll go
steps.
Zip around, yeah.
So it's all about just
phone calls,
habitual changes.
All we do is talk on the phone to clients, right? Or text or show houses. So when I'm on the phone, or I will go out of my house and just loop. We have a loop, so I'll loop my driveway.
Yeah, that's smart.
10-minute phone call, gotten in a couple steps. Yeah.
Crap. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
I don't know. This will probably go up in a few days. Or
okay.
Soon, so I'll send you a copy first. But
yeah.